Alright, now we're going to make the next part of the lock. You can see I have my lock body still open. I haven't done much with it yet, but we're going to go on and do the first part that'll actually push the spring out of the way once the key is turned. Alright, so we're going to start a new part, and we will call this, I don't know what we'll call it, lock, spring, pusher. That's good. Lock, spring, pusher. You want to pay attention on this drawing because we're going to show you a new tool that's really kind of cool. So take off the default template check and choose millimeter part solid. Ooh, and I got to shrink this down just a sec. All right, I'm back. I'm making the lock, spring, pusher. So we're going to make this thing, and I'm going to show you a new tool called the spline tool. We're going to click on the top view, and we'll hit sketch. And we'll hit sketch view to bring it into rotation. Now on the lock body, I got 3 millimeter diameter pins there, and that's what we're going to start with. We're going to make this thing connect to one of those pins. So we're going to have to start with a 3.5 millimeter circle. So let's make it 3.5. So it's going to fit nice right on that pin that we got on the lock body. And we want to make that an opening, so I'm going to put another circle right around it at about 6 millimeters. So it was 3.5 and 6 to start with, and this is going to be the side right over here where my spring pusher comes up. So I'm going to move these around a little bit. Oh, I can't move. What am I doing wrong? I'm going to go over here now. That'll be. So I'm going to just draw a straight line up here, so I'll just take the line tool and connect. Coming up here. No, actually I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to just make those two circles first, and I'm going to just extrude those for now. Those are going to be extruded. Our pins, I think, were 5 millimeters long, so let's make these 4 millimeters long. Okay, so it slips inside that lock housing just fine. So we'll make these circles 4 millimeters. Okay, let's do a default orientation so we can look at it. Okay, we like it. So let's go back to the top plane, and we're going to add the actual mechanism that will push it out of the way. Then we'll go back to top plane, sketch view. Over here, we're going to set a reference. So go over here to the reference tab right here, and it'll pop up. Click it. This box shows up right here. And I'm going to just pick the edge of this circle. And once it gets a little blue line around it, I'll hit close. I'm going to zoom out here, and we're going to draw the line here. So I'm going to come up. This will be the part that actually pushes the lock open. I'm going to make that a line over here. I'm going to come over this way, make the pusher, and oh, I'm going to undo that one. So I'm going to redo my line here quick, up, and just come over straight over right about there. Doesn't matter. We can make this 8. And we can make this 7. That's fine. Get some even numbers in there. Now I'm going to take the spline tool right here below this oval, this little thing. It says spline. And you'll see something kind of cool, and we'll be able to manipulate this drawing a lot more than we would just a regular line. So I'll click on the spline. I'll connect to the end of this line, and I'll just start putting points in. Doesn't matter where you do it. Try not to let it connect to the middle there. It'll save you some time. Come around and just make a design. Doesn't matter what the design really is. And the last one, you can hook it on to the circle right there, so it locks on there. And I'm going to take my line tool, and we got to close this drawing off. So I'll come over with a straight line and finish right where I started. When I wheel click twice or hit the select tool, it highlights all in yellow, so that means we can extrude it. So we're good. I'm going to hit OK. Let's do a default orientation on this and extrude this to 4 millimeters as well. So now we have this little thing that'll actually push the lock open. That'll push the spring out of the way, allowing the half to come open, and then open the lock. One more thing I'm going to do in here to make it easier for you to see is I'm going to change the color on this. The back The lock body is gray. I'm going to change this to red. So I'm going to hit the render tab here. And it says appearance gallery here. I can click on the little black triangle. I'm going to pick red. Didn't do anything yet, but now when I pick this red circle, you'll see this little box pop up. It says select one or more items. I'm going to select the front edge, roll it around a little bit, hold the control key down, push that, click on that edge, holding the control key down, push on that edge, roll it around, push on that edge, let the control key up and hit the back edge. And I'll get this last little surface and you'll see what happens here. Holding control down, I hit it again. Once I hit OK, you'll see that this thing changed to red. I changed the whole thing to red, so it's easier for you to see. So that's under the render toolbar, appearance gallery, choose a color you like and change the color. Let's do a save, and then we're going to go into one more drawing. This is the most important drawing, so follow along.